The crew, welcome back to another episode of the Conquerors crew. I have an awesome guest today, guys, from overseas, no doubt. We've imported her all the way from the UK just to be here with us today. So, it's going to be awesome. And yes, if you're going to ask me, yes, she has a wonderful accent. She does. Okay. So just let me get through my 2 or 3 minutes of telling you guys the normal pillars because some of you guys forget, and some of you need to be reminded, and then some of you it's just your first time. And so, we do the Conquerors crew on Hump Day, the middle of the week, because it's kind of that middle of the week where you take a checkpoint and you're like, am I having a good week or am I not? Is it going okay or is it not? And we have 3 pillars when the Conquerors crew was developed, and I always go through those. Just let me run through those for a minute or two. And I think by the end of it, you're going to like it. And I'm not talking just to you, Helena. I hope you like them too, because there will be a quiz, okay, afterwards. And so if it doesn't go well, it'll be a really short episode today. Only kidding. I'm only kidding. I'm just a kidder. So, guys, the first one is hope, right? And for us, it Conquers Crew, hope stands for helping other people excel, right? And being a cancer conqueror and a helper and a coach and stuff like that, going through everything, we love hope. We love hope. If you don't have hope, you don't have nothing. So got to have a little bit of hope in there. And the next one is grit, and the G stands for grace. And I'm talking about the kind of grace that not necessarily when you forgive someone else. I'm talking about the kind of grace, like quit being so hard on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Do something. It's not about me, but hey, don't be so hard on yourself, the ones of you out there that are, because I know that you do it because I do it. And so it's just a little reminder. The R is for resilience. And people always say, I could have never done what you've done and beaten cancer 3 times like you did, Trent. You know what? You can. We're human beings. We rise to the occasion. We always do. We can do things that we don't think we can. But here's the thing. Resilience is like anything else. You're not going to go out and run an Ironman the first time you train. It takes a little bit. You got to have some of that that's in you. But yes, you can develop it. And yes, you can be more resilient. But it takes a little training. So, it's like everything in life. Hard work pays off. And that means more than when you get something easy and for free. You don't really appreciate it, do you? The I is for integrity. Okay. And I'm not talking about the kind of integrity where, again, you're like, hey, you need to be following the rules. I'm talking about the kind of integrity when you're up and you can't sleep and you look at yourself in the mirror at 3 o'clock in the morning. Are you being honest with yourself? Are you having integrity with yourself? And the T, that's for teachable. And it seems like anytime you get a little cocky and you think you know everything, you get knocked right off your high horse. And I think you should always have that open learning mindset until you move on to the next stop, right? And so, and the last one is hope, grit, and no quit. So those are our 3 pillars. And thank you guys for listening, and thank you, Helena, for listening. So, guys, we have Helena Hamlet here, and she is the founder, the originator, director, and runs a community called the Eat Life Academy. She's a coach, and she's got some programs and things like that. So we're going to talk about that today. Helena, thank you so much for being here. Pleasure to have you. How are you on this late evening in the UK? It's on midnight, I think, right?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you for having me. It is midnight, but I'm feeling energized. I'm in the UK, and I'm just happy to be here today and just
awesome,
have a great conversation with you.
Wonderful to have you. Like me, I've lived in New Zealand about 17 years. I've traveled all over the UK and Europe and everything. I love accents. So pretty much anything you say, we're just going to agree with, and we're going to love it. So you're in great company. You're in great hands. It's going to be a good hour. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. So, okay. Now, just tell us a little bit about who Helena Hamlet is. Like, you're originally from the UK. Did you grow up there? Brothers, sisters? What did you kind of bring us up to where you are today a little bit, so we get an idea who Helena is?
Brilliant. So you're gonna need longer than an hour to find out all that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So I'll give you the shorter version.
Fair enough. Cool.
I'm Helena. So I live in the UK, born and raised. My parents were actually born in the Caribbean, and they came to the UK early teens. I have one brother. He's older than me, and I am the second sibling. So I have the no behavior rebel of the second child.
Oh, you're the baby, the spoiled little brat baby, huh? The little sister.
You get away with just doing things, don't you? So I'm second born, and when I think about my childhood, it was very free, it was very loving, it was very community based, very together. I think about family all the time, and just it was great. And then just being able to experience different activities. I did dancing, I did gymnastics, sports. I played like the guitar, violin. Like, I was exposed to so many different things as a child. And so I went through the education system like everybody else. You go to school, get good grades, go to college, university. And then afterwards, I thought, okay, what's next? Right. And I decided I wanted to work with young people. And that's been something that I've always wanted to do.
Cool. Okay.
Not just young people, but people. I wanted to help people.
Right.
And I've always been a person that enjoyed learning, enjoy reading, enjoy learning about people's stories, and just helping in a way where I always feel like the people, and I feel like today, like, you have conversations with people for a reason, to either uplift, to find out something new, to learn a lesson or a blessing.
Yeah.
And so I always wanted to be involved with just helping people in different ways. And that sort of brought me here in not such a straight line, but you got me here to where I am today.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you for that. We always just like to kind of build around and know who that person is. And thank you for kind of cluing us in a little bit. So now, do you have kids and a family as well? Yeah.
Yes, so I'm a single parent, but I have two wonderful boys, teen boys. So I am a boy mum. And I was probably a single parent when my youngest was about 5, 6. And that was shortly after sort of my cancer diagnosis. That's what we have in common, isn't it?
Yes.
Battling the big C.
Yes. So, yeah. Can I ask you a little bit about that? Now, was that in like 2016, 2017, kind of before you started your academy? Yeah.
Yeah. And interesting, at the time of being diagnosed with cancer, the whole coaching idea was never even a thought. It was never an idea. I was actually happy working and just doing what I was doing. But then on hindsight, you realize that you're just surviving, aren't you?
Yeah.
And so later during my healing, that's when sort of the coaching idea came and manifested.
Right. I got you. How long do you think your cancer journey was, like from the time you kind of knew about it or got diagnosed until you were clear, so to speak?
So I was diagnosed in 2017. Okay. Luckily, it was caught early.
Good
I had treatment, and then I was back to work within sort of 8 months. They sort of gave me the all clear then. However, as you know, it's not a physical thing; it's a mental thing, isn't it? It's a mental battle.
There's both. It's and emotional and spiritual. I think it's everything. Gosh. Yeah. It kind of shakes them all, doesn't it?
It does. And I feel like physically, because I wanted to wear this mask, like I'm okay and everything's great, that mask dropped within, say, a further 12 months later, it just dropped. And I was like, I'm not okay.
Right.
The physical caught up with the internal battle, so to speak. Because you can show up and be like, yeah, everything's okay, I'm clear. And you sort of want to go back to your normal life. And reclaim that identity of who you was before, don't you? But then things changed in you. It's like something on the surface is shook. and you're sort of thinking, oh, I don't know what this is. It feels different, and I don't know what it is, but I know it's a life changing thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're sort of like juggling between wanting to go back, but then wanting to explore. And so that juggle, I had to sort of deal with it. And you know, when you mentioned before that, integrity you mentioned.
Yeah.
And you said staring in the mirror and just looking at who you are and recognizing that's hard.
It is. Most people don't do it. I don't think most people just do this with their phone. I think, yeah, it's a distraction, it's kind of a distraction culture now, if you will.
Yeah, it hurts. It's hard to look at yourself and tell yourself that I'm not okay.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest things for me. One of the first cancer book that I read was Chris Beats Cancer. I don't know if you've heard of that book or anything. It's one of the top books that's on Amazon. And so I thought I was going to be smart, right? Just be smooth about it. And I got the top cancer book. Well, you get through the book and you're reading, it's got all sorts of stuff in there about what causes cancer and this and that. And if you get too caught up in it, it'll freak you out because everything does, right? But here's the thing that really, really got me related to what you're saying. It says you have to really, like one of his things is you have to come to grips with the fact that some of the decisions that you made, you caused this. And that's really hard to swallow. But here's the next sentence that he says. But here's what's cool about it is you made the decisions to get yourself into it. You can also make the decisions and you have the power to get yourself out of it. And I loved that because then you don't feel helpless and hopeless and all that, right? Even though, God, man, you need a few things to fall your way in this whole thing. But if you set yourself up right, you do your practice, you do your training, you do the hard yards, you do the stuff. Then when you get in the game, you let it play out, right? And you have confidence that it's gonna be right? The ball's gonna fall your way, so to speak.
Yeah, and it's that realization that, like you mentioned, how was I living before? What was I doing? Like how was I showing up? And I realized for me, it's that living in that constant burnout, that high stress level, emotional frequency for so long. Yep. And ignoring my own body, ignoring the aches, ignoring the pains, ignoring the frustrations, and just pushing through. Yep. And then my recovery wasn't an easy one. I had nerve damage, and that's so painful.
Oh, that's a different pain.
It's
different than regular, like cutting your arm or breaking your arm. There is a nerve pain. I don't wish it on anybody. It's hard.
Yeah. And because I think the human nature is so used to seeing a cut or like a physical scar, trying to explain nerve pain is so hard because you cannot see it.
Right.
And so I had to go to like pain therapy, and I went to different like counseling sessions, and you're having to sort of journal and go through the bad days. And I was so exhausted. I never realized what exhaustion was.
Right.
I'm so exhausted, but no, I wasn't. I could go from one room to another and just want to fall asleep. I was so tired.
Man. Now, were you still having to take care of your boys during this time? No. Yeah, because moms never rest.
No, right? we never rest. And I feel like because I was raising them at the time, obviously I had help from family and friends, and their father was there as well. But it's like you want to still put this mask on and be like, I'm okay, and smile. But after a while, I had to it's almost like you having just to drop everything on the floor, look in the mirror and just do the work.
Right. There's no way around it. There really isn't. Did you have to go and do the scans every 3 months and all that thing? And then you kind of, after a couple of years, you get to the 6 month mark. And then after a few, you get to the 1 year mark. I mean, I guess that's kind of universal how they do that, but that sucks because it's like every 3 months, I got to remember all this and go through this all again. Scanxiety.
Yes. And it's like, it's almost like, I think the mind is a powerful thing, and I feel like my mind was overstimulated. So there was a point where I felt like I had another scare, and then that just put everything back on hold. You know, when your body just goes numb.
Yep.
And I remember one time saying to Nurse, I can't do that. I cannot go through this again. Like I cannot, because it's always there. And people, even now, sort of 9 years later, I still, is it 9 years? Am I counting right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, it's interesting because I was in the hospital, even though they said I'm clear, I was in hospital earlier this year. Okay. Because I'm like, I need another check. Can you check me, please?
Right.
Because it never leaves you. It never leaves. You still have that thing at the back of your mind.
Yeah.
And it's having to sort of be like, no, I'm okay, I'm getting through it. But it doesn't leave, does it?
Never. It never does. After you hear it, it just kind of always stays with you. If you don't mind me asking, did you have to have any radiation, chemo, surgery, any of those?
I had surgery.
Okay. So they just cut it out, basically, right?
Yeah, they cut it out, and I considered myself to be a healthy person, and I was not prepared for how much it literally knocked me off my feet. And I think when you're such an independent person and you feel like you can do for yourself, and then you become this person that I couldn't walk, I couldn't like take care of myself, I couldn't prepare a meal, and it's having to let go of that control, isn't it?
Yeah, you're so right. You're so right. I've had 12 major hip surgeries, 25 total surgeries, and over 4-year period. So yeah, I'm with you. I can't do it again. I'm done. I've done it 3 times, 3 years in a row. That was boom, boom, boom. I'm done. 3 done. I've done my 3. You know. So
wow. So are you completely clear?
Yep. I'm right at 5 years completely clear.
Oh, wonderful. That's amazing.
Yeah. And now this show isn't about me, but I always kind of throw my story in a little bit. I had less than a 5% chance and was given a year when I had pancreatic. So it was hip in 19, it was lung in 20, and 21 was pancreatic. And that's a death sentence pretty much. So they all wrote me off and just told me to come home to my mom and dad and be with my family for the last year that I had to live, and I had less than a 5% chance, and they just quit, basically, no more health care, didn't want to do anything. I get it. It was New Zealand health care. They didn't want to spend any more money on me. I get it. It's not personal. It's just kind of a business thing. And thank God I came home, and I was just like, well, I felt useless. And it was very depressing, like counting the days. It's like marking the days off in your cave, going like, okay. And I just went to the clinic up the road, and I could have gone anywhere in the country, but my parents came down for my hip surgery that was supposed to be a couple-week thing and turned into a 4-month thing. And so they were down there with me and having to move around to the Airbnb hotels and this and that, and watching how hard it was on them. I was like, you know what? This would be so much easier just to do this from home, like from the comfort of my own bed, my parents, my mom, she's a homemaker and she always has been. And that's how my folks have set their home up. It's been wonderful for them. And so she wants to be at home. She wants to be able to cook. She wants to be able to do her thing. My dad wants to be able to do his thing. And, and so, they were outside of their normal, responsibilities and comfort zone and living place and all that. And I thought, I'm just going up the road, man. And you know what? We zapped a tumor that big as a softball on my pancreas. And I'm here talking to you right now. So
wow. Do you know what's really interesting? Cool. It's something I can resonate with you is that you mentioned it's like even though you was going through like the cancer and having to sort of deal with the diagnosis, you were still thinking about the convenience for your parents. And I remember myself doing the same thing. And it's like,
Yeah.
I was thinking about, oh no, I can't be too upset because it's going to upset people around me. And I need to make sure that everything is still okay for the children. And it's interesting how where it's a moment where we need to sort of put our energy into our healing and like getting better, but we're still automatically thinking about others around us and making it sort of easy for them too.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
interesting, isn't it?
If you're made up that way, you just are. That's just how you're wired up. And like, I mean, I've just learned through this whole thing is, I got gaslighted a lot about, like, oh, you don't know, and I know me. I've been in here longer. I've been in here 50 years. Been inside this thing and in this crazy head for 50 years. No one else has. Now I'll take your advice, thank you, and I'm gonna take it on board because you are the expert. But you don't the expert of me. And that's what I do with people is help them like learn to be the quarterback of their life and do their thing, with my cancer coaching. And so that leads me into Eat Life Academy. And let me ask you, does this have anything to do with food? Tell us about it and see how you came up with it, please.
So no, it doesn't. It's not about food. However, I am a massive foodie. I enjoy the comforts of eating well. And interestingly, when I was diagnosed and I had my surgery, I woke when I came around and woke up, my food taste went like what I used to love, I never liked anymore. And I had to sort of get to know me again and learn about me again.
Yes.
And I'm sure you're probably the same as well.
Absolutely.
And so I got to a point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I know me now and I know what I like. And I thought, you know what? You don't have to be so controlled. Life is a journey. Just let go and start living. And I'm like, eat life. Life should be good enough to eat.
Yeah.
And eat stands for empower, align, transform. And so within the academy, I called it academy as well because I wanted to grow into different levels in terms of people coming in learning about different subjects, but also having like so many programs going on when they're reading books. So that's the vision long term.
Yeah.
I said it here first out loud.
Yeah.
And so within my program, I take the clients through the stages of EAT. So the first stage is empower, and empower is all about being aware. It's that integrity. It's looking at your life from all areas, not just where you think you are now, because I feel like everything is connected. So we look at, say, health, we look at finances, spiritual levels, relationships. Everything is connected in some way, isn't it? And career as well. And it's just to sort of look at where you think you are and where you feel like the growth is needed.
Right.
I feel like once you're aware of your situation, only that awareness can then help you go on to the next stage, which is alignment. Right. Now, alignment is looking at our values and our beliefs, which change throughout. I'm sure that the values and beliefs that we had in our early 20s, teens, is different as you get older, isn't it? Absolutely. And I guess with people as well, as they experience different transitions, whether it's parenting, whether it's dealing with grief, we're dealing with overcoming an illness, which we both can relate to. Your values and your beliefs change, but sometimes our behaviors don't always reflect our values and our beliefs. Sure. And so it's time to like put it together. So become clear on where you are, look at your current values and beliefs and make it align. And then the last stage is transformation. And that's all about trial and error, because I feel like you mentioned before about giving ourselves grace. And when we're trying to do something new, particularly like make a huge life change, it's all about trial and error. And you have to give yourself grace. You have to know that you're learning. We're only human. And we have to be kind to ourselves. And so what in the transformation stage, it's all about, you might start something new. It's like a diet, isn't it? Say you want to change a diet and there's so many diets out there. You might try one that suits you. I might try it and it doesn't work for me at all. Yeah. Am I a failure? No. It just means that doesn't work for me. So we try something new. So it's working with the client, making sure that they have trial and error. So they try different things. and then helping them get onto a point where they're happy and then working with them to transform. Yeah. And that's the program.
Cool. So I'm just curious, kind of like, what do you work with guys, girls, people that have burned out on their on their career, or kind of an age group? Give us a little bit of an idea, like your target, your normal target market.
Yeah. So my mission is to help people who are facing a challenge or a barrier. And that could be burnout, it can be exhaustion, it could be a situation that they're experiencing like grief and illness, a transition in their life, helping them overcome that hurdle, that challenge, that barrier, so that they can create a life that they love, a life that feels like it's theirs, so that they can begin to eat life. And that could be both male or female. It's interesting because I recently was going to work with, I always feel like when we get to a certain age, 30s, 40s, people have that realization that they want to do more. And so I was going to focus on the older, sort of mid-30s upwards. However, I have a client who's in their 20s and it's working perfectly because I feel like in this generation, people are more concerned with their mental health and their well-being and how they're presenting. And so I feel like it's now opened up to, there's no age at the moment. So, but I do work with male and female. It's anyone who is ready for change as well.
Right. And you have kind of a couple of different ways that you do that. You do kind of one-on-one coaching, and you have a program that you take people through that's 3 months, I think. And then you also have some online course stuff too as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because I wanted to simplify it as possible, to make it really easy for people to come in. I feel like the coaching industry is a lot going on in there.
Sure.
And so I wanted someone to come in, experience coaching, and just really be able to run with it. And so the main two things I offer is sort of one-to-one coaching, whether that's the 3-month reset or the 6-month reset, depending on how sort of thorough and how deep you want to go into your learning journey.
Right.
And so within the one-to-one, we are working through the Eat Life framework, Empower, Align, Transform. And that's for people who want that intense one-to-one coaching where you're going to see a difference. I'm going to work you. I'm going to help you look in that mirror and be exposed. The next section, the next offer that I have is the community group. It's a space where it's group coaching. It's online. And it's for anybody who wants to feel safe to be coached in a group. So we meet on a weekly basis, and it's about being safe. It's about being in an environment where you're feeling heard, understood, but also you being made accountable as well. I feel like if you think of like Weight Watchers, where we keep each other accountable, we show up for each other, and we work on different principles and different topics to help a person sort of go through the change process. And that's for somebody who wants to be able to work in more of a supportive environment.
Cool. That's
so
great.
They're the sort of two main things that I do. And I also offer vouchers, because I feel like what's a perfect gift, which is the gift of well-being.
Nice.
So you can sort of get vouchers for a person, a family member, a friend who you may feel like they can benefit from coaching as well. So they have to just contact me and we can just talk about the different options.
That's awesome. I love it. And so, guys, the in the community, if you want to join the community, it's $19.99 a month. And I think the conversion, do you know the conversion? It's probably more like 30-ish, 35 USD, probably is something like that. So just it'd be under $40 a month, guys, just so you kind of get an idea, but it's pounds. Don't get caught where you look at your statement, you're like, what?
It's like, what is it, like less than £1 a day?
Yeah.
Like, and that's a special offer at the moment. So anyone coming in until the end of July, that's the offer, and it's going to go up after that. But like you said, it's pennies, isn't it? It's literally not expensive. And I feel like if you invest in yourself, if you want to invest in yourself, you will find the value of showing up on a weekly basis and being with people who understand what you're going through, because I always feel like what's in one person is definitely in the room with somebody else.
Yeah.
You're not alone, are you? And it's that environment to make people realize that they're not alone.
Yeah, and you know what? It seems like when somebody else kind of has the courage to ask a question, somebody else had that question too. They just didn't want to ask it because they were embarrassed or nervous or whatever the reason was that it did, you know. So I love that. I love that you got two options. How long you been doing this? Since 2017? Is that right?
No, like my healing journey literally was quite a long one. This has been birthed last year, so this is very
Oh,
new.
okay.
Yes, because
Cool.
I spent years just working on myself, reading the books, um, really becoming grounded, becoming present, and just really seeing life from a different perspective, but just living it as well. And
Yeah.
so everything that I teach, I share is everything that I've been through myself. So I know it works. And I've seen the growth in other people as well. So it's new and exciting and it's growing and I'm loving it
Awesome.
right now.
That's great. That's awesome. And so beforehand, you were a little bit kind of in this industry already, right? Before kind of the cancer thing and everything. Tell us kind of what you did beforehand, because this isn't like you just kind of had a brainstorm and you woke up yesterday and you started this, right? This has been this is several decades of work and experience, right?
Absolutely. I have over 20 years working in advice and guidance, helping young people overcome challenges, their barriers to finding work, and just opportunities. Because that couldn't, and actually do work now. I'm actually still working full time and doing this. I'm growing it on the side of still raising children, working, and all the
Right.
rest of it. And so I'm
Right.
sort of a career specialist in advice and guidance. So I work to help people overcome their challenges and behaviors and helping them reach their potential. And so I'm able to use that experience now and put it into my coaching practices and
Right.
helping people overcome their own challenges as well. So I
Right.
have loads of experience at the moment.
Yeah. So do you go and work, like in the career advice area as well, and the coaching and the kids, or are you just the coaching now? Have you? Yeah.
But at the moment, I'm still sort of working and in the advice and guidance practices, but I'm also building this coaching on the side.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Right. So you are a busy person.
Busy, and that's
Yeah.
what's interesting because my mindset has changed. I don't feel as busy. I feel like I've got more time, but then my responsibilities are like times two, times 10, I say.
Yeah. Are you working full time in the career advice
Yeah.
area as well with this?
Yeah. Currently working full time, but hopefully it's gonna shift.
Wow. Yeah, so you're busy. So you're busy. You're busy, and are your kids like what? I'm like preteen, teenager kind of age.
Teens, yeah. I have a 16-year-old and a 13-year-old. So, and they
Okay. Okay.
actively, just like myself, they actively in the activities, sports. So busy, busy, busy. But
Yeah.
you
Awesome.
find time for the things that you want to do, isn't there?
That's it. That's it. I imagine that you probably spend a lot of time catching up on your coaching business on the weekends and doing that thing, because I bet you the weeks are crazy. And I appreciate you being up at midnight on a school night, so to speak. Having a conversation with me about you and being a guest here on Conquerors Crew. This is cool. I don't have tons of guests that have had cancer. I always have a guest that has overcome a life obstacle. That's what it's
Mhm.
about. If you have a coaching business or a book or what, all good. I'll promote that forever, but you got to have something that you've overcome and some advice, to give the listeners, because they spend an hour with us. I want them to go away going, I learned something from that. Yeah, that was a good thing. So hey, kudos, good on you. I remember those days. I've been there. I had my own small business for 17 years. It was ridiculous, crazy. Um, any tips, tools that you normally share with people that are kind of going through some burnout or overwhelm or kind of lost in their direction?
Yeah, I always feel like the clients that I work with, and when they mention burnout, they feel like they've failed, like they've done something really wrong. And I always tell people, listen, like, you are successful, and like your previous experience and everything that you've done has got you to where you are today. When you're experiencing burnout, it's just that you're out of alignment for too long. And so that something has to shift. I mentioned before, isn't it, that we change as we get older, and as we overcome different circumstances, our values and our beliefs change, but we don't always change with it.
Right.
And so you're not a failure. Where you are now is where you exactly like where you need to be. And that signal of burnout, of exhaustion, is just a signal that your body is telling you that it's time to change direction and do something different. So I want the readers to realize that it's just a signal that something has to change.
Right.
And just be okay to sit with that and be like, okay, what do I really want? What's changed? What gives me inspiration? Just ask yourself those simple questions about where you are now, and be honest with yourself as well. And it's about being present. I think all this, sometimes we get caught up in the fast-pacedness, if that's even a word, of society, where we're constantly going and we're looking ahead and we're looking at, okay, yes, I want to do that in 6 weeks' time, and not always looking at what's in front of us.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important to sort of be still. But I do have a free masterclass for anybody who wants to start. And if you go to my link tree, which is Eat Life Academy, or even if you go to any of my socials, which is on Instagram, Eat Life Academy, and also on Facebook, you will see the link in the bio where you can go and go and access my free masterclass.
Perfect.
And on that, it gives you the tips and things on how to start. It's 45 minutes. Bring a pen and piece of paper, and you can sort of start. And if at the end you want to book a call with me or enter my community, that's something that you can do after that as well.
I love it. Because that's what I always encourage the guys that are listening. It's like, hey, if you want to talk to Helena, book a call. She can't read your mind. She doesn't know you're out there. You have to muster up enough to just put a couple line email together. But if you don't want to do that, and you want to see what she's about, you can go to her website. You can go to her link tree, and you can have a little test, right? You can have a little try before you buy. It's just like I love it, like buying a car, right? They let you drive the thing around before you buy it, right? So if you want to kind of see what it's like, then you can do that. There's a couple options. I love it. I think that's great.
Yeah, because it's about giving people options, isn't it? It's not like you have to be coached by me. It's about well-being, and I feel like everybody clicks to different people in different ways, and so it gives them the opportunity to, if we click, great. If not, still take these gems away, still learn from them, and I wish you well on your journey. Do you know what I mean? I still want to be able to help people and give them something to take away. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, I even have talked with people before. I do like a 30-minute like get to know you kind of thing. And there have been some instances where I'm like, I don't feel right about it. It's just not a fit, but I know so-and-so, and I'd love to introduce you to them. And maybe, maybe it's not my area, or, sometimes you just don't click with people. And I don't need to work with people that I don't get on with, so to speak, Like I just don't do that. It's forcing it, and I don't think it works. And I think that you're in the same boat as me. Like, hey, if we work, we work. If we don't, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's like there's how many millions and billions of people on this earth. Do you know what I mean? You need to connect. It's your life. Take control of your life.
That's right.
Find the person that that can help you and run with it. Like, I'm not going to force you. I know my program works. I know it's amazing. Yep. And if we connect, great. If not, then I will find someone or try and help you and find someone that can help you.
Precisely.
Yeah. So.
Is there anything that we haven't talked about that you'd like to talk about, or the points that we haven't? Yeah, go for it.
I was going to mention like one aspect of myself when I was reconnecting to myself was the fact of, because I've spent so many years working with young people, and having fascinating conversations about their future career. And one thing for sure that I've noticed is that they dream big, and it's fantastic and it's amazing to watch and listen to them. But I feel sad because along the way they lose it, don't they? Adults don't dream as much as they used to. So as part of my packages and part of like the Eat Life way, it's about reconnecting with your childhood, giving yourself the permission to dream again, giving yourself the permission, because if you did something that's going to light you up, like something that's going to, you enjoy doing it so much that the time passes and you're like, oh my God, that time's gone really quick, but I had so much fun today. That energy inspires you to go and do something amazing. You feel happy for the day. And it's about helping people connect to their purpose and their fulfillment. But unfortunately, it gets lost in adulthood, doesn't it? Because we become so serious. We've got bills to pay, and we don't like taking risks.
Right. So much,
We become fearful. But I know that you probably relate as a cancer survivor. You get to a point where you think, who cares?
One life. You only get one, man. So, make the best of it. And you know what? You just can't make everybody happy. It doesn't matter what you do. And you got to be, I try to live by a good set of morals and ethics and that. But golly, man, I'm here for me. And I don't mean it's all about me. But God, if you're not happy, then all the people around you aren't going to be happy either.
Yeah, and do you know what? That's not. You mentioned you felt like it's selfish, and it's not a selfish thing, because everyone will find their tribe, and if you're around people that's not uplifting you, that's not making you feel inspired and happy, their negative energy is going to rub off on you, and then they're affecting the way you live your life. But if you live your life to the fullest and you become so clear and you become so tuned in with what you want, you will find your people, so to speak.
Yeah, it's true. It's so true. It's so true.
And then you get to be fulfilled and happy, and that's the outcome, isn't it? I always say, you die once, but you live every day.
Good. Yeah, that's a good one. I love it. I love it. I'm going to borrow that one if you don't mind. Yeah,
absolutely. You can borrow it, but then, if that's sort of mindset, you think, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to as long as it doesn't hurt nobody and everyone's okay. I'm going to experiment, because people don't care. People do not care. That's
right. Yep. They're so busy with their own stuff.
As long as you're being authentic, isn't it? As long as you're being completely authentic in your own life, you're fine.
Yeah. Kind of a just a left field question. Not putting you on the spot. Have you thought about a book? Are you potentially going to do a book sometime? I'm just curious.
I would love to do a book. I have thought about it before.
Yeah.
And for me to do a book, it's going to have to be, I'm quite humorous. It's going to have to be sort of like a bit of humor.
Good for you.
Humor has got me through cancer, I would say. And humor is with me every day now. I always like to see the happy, optimistic side of things. And it's just getting the pages and the chapters together, isn't it? But that is something that I would love to do going forward. That's just realistic and authentic, because the journey is,
it is. And a couple of weeks ago, I had a lady on, and I kid you not, she's like the expert of experts with books and writing and publishing and authoring and everything. And if you're interested, we can talk after the show, and I could connect you guys. And hey, if it works, it works. But man, she knows everything about books. I've never seen somebody that's so damn excited about writing a book or a short book or an ebook or a big book or a cookbook or a collaborative. This is a book. But hey, it's so cool, right? When you talk to somebody and they're passionate about what they're doing and they love it. And you know what? It made me excited about what she was doing. And I've co-authored 3 books. I've been in 3 collaborative things. So I have a chapter in each of these 3 books, just a chapter, right? Just 10 pages. Not hard. It's not crazy, because writing whole books like this and then writing a chapter, well, they take a couple afternoons, right? And, so, and then they do all the work for you. You just turn in the chapter and they do all the book cover and the editing and the so kind of fun to do that. That was my option instead of writing 100 and whatever page book sometime, but that's a big task. It's huge.
Yeah, but I guess if you start small, isn't it, then yeah. And that's the thing I always say to people, start small, chop it down, and you'll get there. I think sometimes sorry.
No, it was me. My apologies. She says, hey, you know what? Just start and write 5 minutes a day. You do 5 minutes a day for a month, you'll have a book before you know it. And it's I'm like, yeah, but most of us can't sit down for 5 minutes a day. I have to set an alarm to do it. Like, okay, it's that time, and then then I can do it, right?
Yeah, it's like when I started like meditating. It's like, what am I doing here? And having to like do it for a minute. It's like, it's silent. It's time to sit in silence is hard, isn't it? When you're not used to doing it. But now I love silence. I love like being still. So I guess it is that learned habit, isn't it, of like trying something new, doing it, and just persisting with it as well.
I mean, for me, I have trouble sitting still anyways. And like I'd say about the first like 7 or 8 times I tried to meditate for like 10 minutes, I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done. But you know what? And then after that, you kind of get into it and it's, but it's like anything. It's like anything. The first couple times you do, you're not good at it. You kind of suck, make a fool of yourself, and it's hard or whatever. And you kind of just, it's like, it's everything, I think. You just don't naturally, there's only a few things in life that you just naturally do very well. And, besides, some people being like a horse's ass are really good at that naturally, but I digress. I'm not.
Like, I can do it really good. There's no like, well, the probably is now, but I mean, there's no like book on how to do life, like that you're given when you're a child and read that, and that's the way to live it. But I feel like there's these underlying rules of like society of what we should be like and what we should do, and so many people get caught up in the shoulds of what they should do every single day in different milestones. And when you come out of that, which for me was thankfully cancer, like it helped me see things from a different perspective. Right. And so it's having to like turn around what you've been through in a good way to help you sort of deal with it and realize, well, actually, I can live my life the way I want to.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I feel like we're kind of winding down. Anything that you want to kind of wrap up with, final thoughts or anything before I take us out?
I just want to say it's been a pleasure to be here today. Eat Life Academy is about living life to the fullest. It's all about helping you overcome any barriers to help you live the life that you love. And it's all about helping you just incorporate fun on your journey as well. If you want to find out anything, like I said before, come to my LinkedIn, Eat Life Academy. But if you wanted to ask me any questions, you can email me, helena@eatlifeacademy.com as well.
Cool, guys. And hey, just to reiterate, okay, Helena's website is go.eatlifeacademy.com. Okay, that's go.eatlifeacademy.com. That's correct, yeah?
Yes, I was going to say it's a work in progress. So if you're not able to access it, you can definitely access the other pages, which is my masterclass. It's the community group, and you can access a free call as well.
Right,
so
and your link tree.
It's all coming together eventually. It's a work in progress, but I'm not worried. It's fine.
All good. Hey, thanks for clarifying that. But I do know that your link tree is up, right? So the link tree is Eat Life Academy. So if you want to get in touch with Helena, the free class is there. You can book a call there. You can join the community there. There's all those things there that normally a website would have. Okay, so that's her link tree at Eat Life Academy, guys.
Yeah, and if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, I've been going live on Facebook on a weekly basis on a Thursday, where I've been going through the Eat Life principles to give you a snippet of what you can expect within the community. So I'm on tomorrow at 8 p.m. in the UK, which will be is it afternoon in the US? Or depending on
Golly, I think it's what, midnight there now?
it's 10 to what? Yeah.
Okay, it's 10 to 1. So it'll be like mid morning for us, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of mid morning tomorrow. And so she's on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, guys. And LinkedIn, right? Yeah.
So you follow me there, you can sort of follow the journey of Eat Life and just recognize that, like, even though yes, I am human. So yes, I am a boy, mom. So I'm a single parent, I'm working, but I'm building this building. So just business. So it's possible to live the life that you want. I'm sort of proof of it, and I can definitely help you do the same.
Love it. Love it. Okay. Hey, just if you don't mind, stick around for just a minute afterwards. So guys, hey, another episode of the Conquerors Crew with Helena Hamlet. What a great guest. And hey guys, this week, God bless, Godspeed, and never forget that grit don't quit. We are out.